Alrighty. Hey, friends. How are you guys doing out there? Ooh, it's really dark over here. Let me fix that. Does that give me enough light? Yes, it does. It does. All right, friends. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay. We are going to be looking at the market today. But before we get started, I just want to give you guys a disclaimer that this is for educational purposes only. Okay. Do not trade what you can afford to lose. I am going to be trading the US 30 Dow Jones, and I'm about to share my screen with you. This is my first time going live. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay. First time going live, not cooking. Okay. So, first time going live, showing you guys what I've been learning here in these forex market streets. All right. So, if you're new here, I'm Staar. I am an autism mommy. I'm a singer, songwriter, recording artist, and also now a marketing analyst. And I love learning about the market and I love sharing about the market. And I just actually released my first book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People, where we are teaching everyday people how they can learn how to trade. It's available on Amazon. Oh, I popped up in the algorithm. Thank you, Galloping in the Spirit. Praise the Lord. Popped up in the algorithm. So, we are going to be coming on here teaching you guys how you can see the market clearly. You guys know in the news right now, there's all kinds of things going on in our country. And so, thank you for the thumbs up. Praise God. I am so excited to be basically reinventing myself. Like I said, I'm an autism mom, and I just want to be able to take care of my child, you guys. I want to be able to give him everything that he needs. And in order for me to do that, Google Chrome would like to record this computer's okay. So we're gonna, here we go. We're about to share our screen. See it? Can you see my screen? If you can, say yes, yes, yes. Yes, Star, I can see your screen. Thank you, Galloping in the Spirit, for being here. I don't know who else is going to be able to pop in, but this, I was actually trying to start sharing these live videos yesterday, and I don't really know how to navigate through this. Let's see if I couldn't click back and forth. They are special angels. Yes, they are. Our babies are special angels. They are. And so, with those special angels, I want to be able to take good care of him and always make sure that he has everything that he needs. And I'm an only child. And I just know that while we're here yet in the land of the living, we want to give him everything that we can provide for him, because these might be the best days of his life. And so, anyway, I've been learning new skills. I think it's so important for all of us to learn new skills. And so that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been trying to teach myself how to learn new skills. And if you are on here, or you're starting, or if you have any interest in learning to trade, I want you to know that you can learn a new skill, okay? That you don't have to just stick with what you've known for your whole life. You can learn something new. So I want you guys to know that. And we are going to, let's see if this lets me see we're sharing my screen here. So you guys can see my screen, okay? Y'all can see what we're looking at. And I hope you guys can see my cursor and what I'm looking at. Yes, you love this. Exactly. Love it, love it, love it. We're learning new skills. We're not being limited by the old version of ourselves. And that's so important to me. That's really my whole point. I'm like, I can learn new things. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan, honey. So I said, if other people can do it, I can do it. God wants me to be successful. He has great things for me too. And he's no respecter of person. So if you can see one person learn how to do something, then you can learn how to do that very same thing as well. And God will give it to you with the flair that he wants you to be able to do it in. And that's exactly what God is doing through me. So I'm actually teaching my family and my friends how to navigate these markets because I have been doing this for the last 5 years, learning it, taking my time, losing money, of course. It's all part of the process, but absolutely learning the skill. And so I really feel like I've learned it and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So hopefully you guys can see my screen here. You guys can see my screen that I'm sharing. And I'm going to just mark it up. So let's talk about what the market did yesterday. That's what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to walk you guys through how I set up my charts just so you guys can know. I have 3 screens on my chart on the 3 different time frames. Okay. So let's go ahead and walk you through what I have on here. I have the 4-hour all the way to the right. Okay. In the middle here, I have the 1 hour. And over here to the left, I have the 15-minute. So first of all, let's look at the bigger picture because we always want to start our trading. We always want to look at the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? What is it showing us over here on this 4-hour? Okay. What's it showing us? So on the 4-hour, what I want you guys to see is that we have been, ever since January, we had this impulse up. You see this impulse up on January the 5th, we had it up and it pushed us into this little hemisphere right here. And then that made this support turn, this resistance that used to be resistance turn into support. And now this is our resistance up here. And this at the bottom here was going to be the bottom of that zone. Okay. And you guys can see this. And I'm actually going to refresh. Let's refresh so you guys can see because I had this all marked up and I want you guys to see it clearly. I want you to see it clearly. What happened? You have to know where we were at so you can know where we are going. Okay. So yesterday when we were on these charts, I had it marked up and I had put this red line here to show you guys that we were experiencing some rejection here because this was the very bottom of that zone. It's a zone in between here, this zone, and this zone on the 4-hour. We did buy up, and yesterday we caught the buy move. We caught that buy up to retest this trend line here, and then it's just selling. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're looking and we're expecting for the market to sell because that's what it's exactly what it's doing. We know everything that's going on in our country and everything that we're experiencing. I had a buy fib over here, and that buy fib started at 47,866 and the 48,077 was the 88%. 47,866 is the bottom. So if it breaks through there, then that means for sure that we are breaking for the sell, but it can definitely come back down here and retest this zone. Okay. It can definitely come back down here and retest this zone. And I am going to just copy this line and clone it. So we want to see, are we buying or are we selling? Right now we're selling, but are we coming back to retest this area that we're going to be looking for a buy, or are we going to break it with power? And you guys are going to hear me say break it with power a lot. I use that, break every chain. Okay, break every chain. Are we going to break it with power, or are we just going to retest that zone? Okay, so that's what we're actually looking at right now. That's what we want to know. When we get down here, are we going to test this, or are we going to break it with power? All right, and I'm going to extend this box. And I know if you're brand new, this might all look a little bit confusing, but trust me, you'll understand it better by and by. Okay. Understand it better by. So this is a 4-hour. So basically, since yesterday, what we've done is we bought up, retested the back of this trend line, and we've sold back down very aggressively, you guys. Very aggressively. Okay. And Like I said, we're right here at the bottom of this zone where I originally had a buy fib at 47,866. So what we want to see is, are we breaking that area? Are we going to break that area and break them through? And if we do, exactly where are we going to go at? Okay, so that's what we're looking for. This was my buy fib a long time ago. All right, so that's on the 4-hour time frame. Are we going to shift from that buy to a sell? Okay, now we're going to go over here to our hour. I always like to look at the bigger picture first. On our hour, we came down here yesterday, like I said, to that resistance area. We bought up for hours and hours and hours, and then we sold. We broke structure right here for the sell on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that right here. We did break structure here for the sell. I'm going to go ahead and make that line dashed so it represents a break. That's what it represents to me anyway. Okay, so we did break structure here for the sell. So it looks like we bought up, we came back down, broke structure for the sell on the 1 hour, retested it, it came down. So I would be looking for another retest up here someplace for the sell continuation. And that might be what we get, because you guys see on the 15 minute, you guys see we're getting a bullish reaction here off of that area. Now remember, we have been holding support here for almost 3 months, since January the 5th. So we kind of want to see what's going to happen at this zone. All right. So that's where we're at. This is our 15-minute time frame. Our 15-minute time frame. We're going to draw up our structural points on our 15-minute time frame. Let me go back and see if anybody said anything. It might just be me. Hey, all right. Thank you guys for still being here. And if none of this stuff makes sense to you guys, I promise it will. I just released, like I said, my new book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. It's right here. And I'm going to, it explains a lot of the different colors and different things. And I'm also going to be dropping a new community where we can all learn together, absolutely free community where you can learn and grow together. But the Trading Made Simple is available on Amazon. Okay. It's everything that I wish I would have had when I first started trading, because I wouldn't have lost as much money. It's like there's so much information out there. I just wish I would have had like one guide that would have helped me from start to finish. And so my family wanted to learn. And so I created this guidebook for them, and I figured it would help other people as well. All right. So this is our structural point on the 15-minute. Now you guys can see the 15-minute is the most important time frame to me, because this is the time frame that I take my entries off of. Well, that I base my decisions off of. So what I'm looking at for 15-minute is, I think that we can come back up here and test this high here on the 1 hour, which is at the 272. Okay. But if we break it, then that means we're going in an uptrend. Now, 15 minutes not giving me a structural. We would have to break this. No. This is our low right here. And you guys can see, I want to show you guys something. See how it tries to fake you out? It tries to fake you out. Now look at this. This is divergence, big time divergence on this 15-minute. Let's see about on the hour. On the hour, not so much. Not so much divergence on the hour, but on the 15-minute is for sure divergence. You guys can see it's going up here. It's going down here. Okay. So it might be a small move to the upside, where we'll come back and retest these highs here, and then for the sell continuation. But if it breaks this area with power, okay, if it breaks it with power, then we could look for a buy up from here. So that's where we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and draw our circles. I always say I like to draw my circles for my family because they love to show pop the balloon. So we're going to draw our little circles, and what we wait on in the mornings with Star Fields, honey. You're trading with the stars. We wait for a directional bias, okay? I do not just jump in. And once I started taking my time, not being so impatient, guess what? I stopped losing this many trades, okay? Been able to go from unprofitable after all those years to profitable, okay? So it's 9:30 almost. Okay, so here we go. These are our structural points on the 15-minute. But I want to tell you guys something. If this low right here does not break this low, then this is not the lower high. This low has to break this low. I mean, this low has to break this low in order for this to be the lower high. So that's what we want to see. If not, let me go down to another structural point on the lower time frame. So low, you got lower high, lower high, lower low. Okay. So this would be our lower high right here. Okay. But if you guys look at it, it didn't break it with power. It's got to break it, close above. But you guys see this came right back down. So we got our lower low, lower high. This is on the 10-minute. I usually don't trade off a 10-minute. I'm just looking for structural points. So we got lower low, lower high, lower low. That means this lower high is our last lower high. Then we kind of had a higher high, but it really still is in the zone, guys. It didn't break it with power, okay? And this is pretty even right here. So what we're looking for is for this to get broken down, and then this will be our lower high. So then we'll know if this gets broken, we're looking for a buy, but if this gets broken, we're still looking for a sell, okay? And I have a strategy called Get Your Money Out the Box strategy. That's how we make our money in the market every single day. And that's what we'll be looking for this balloon to get popped, this area here to break with power. We'll look for it to break, come down, come back up, retest it, and we'll be looking to get into the market for a sell. Or if it breaks up here, we'll be looking for it to break with power, break. We'll get in for a buy and get our money out the box, okay? So that's that. So that's what we're looking for. We always wait for that 9:30 candle, the first 15-minute candle. We're not in a hurry. We're patient, waiting to see what the market's going to give us on today, all right? Waiting to see what the market's going to give us. Like I said, it very well could come back up here and retest this zone here on this 1 hour, because we did break, retest, and then we're testing here. So I'm thinking we could come back up here and test this one more time before we get the sell back down. Okay. But let's see what the market's going to give us. It's 9:29. And before we do that, let's also look at our news. Today is the Tuesday, the 3rd. So let's look and see what we have. USD had 8:30 news. FOMC member Bowman spoke. Okay, do we have any? We look for red folders, guys. We have a bunch of yellow folders, but no red folders. Okay, so that is good for us. So let's look over here to see what we're getting from this area. Are we going to get the buy up for the sell down, or are we going to get a sell continuation? So let's see. Looks like if this candle closes bullish, then that means we're going to kind of get a buy back up, guys, to retest, like I said, up here to this green area where we broke structure at. So let's see what we get from here, family. Let's see what we get. And we're not in a rush. We take our time. Okay, not in a rush. We take our time. We don't have anxiety. Okay. I'm getting my candles, my phone ready to take my trade. Depending on after the first 15-minute candle closes, I look for so many things before I just take a trade. Okay. I do not just jump in and take a trade. I wait for confirmations. I want to see, are we closing above? Are we closing beneath? And I want to see a break with power. Okay. With some power, with some certainty. I want you to show me this is the direction that I want to go before I put my money on the line. I've done it too many times where I've just jumped in there, compulsive, impulsive. But what I want to see is I want to see it break with power either way. Okay. And so that's what we're looking for, family. You guys got it. We're going to pop this balloon or we're going to pop this balloon. One of the two. Okay. You guys see, like I have this area here marked up. It could come back up here and retest this zone here. And that's right there where that green 1 hour break is. Okay. So don't be surprised if it does just that. Could come back up there and retest. And we wait patiently. We wait patiently. Oh, be praying for you. Be praying for you, galloping in the spirit. Thank you for following. I'll be praying for your dad in the hospital. Oh, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. We're in the algorithm, guys. Yes, 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 yes. We're in the algorithm. That's exciting. And if you are joining me, I am Starfield. You are trading with the stars live here on YouTube today. I usually record on my cell phone and never ever upload it. But guess what? I said the devil's a liar. Okay, we about to put this information on out there. I just wrote a new book. It's called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. Okay, because when I first started trading, I lost so much money. But the most frustrating thing about me wasn't just losing the money, it was that I didn't have a guide to follow. I didn't have, everybody was telling me all these different things. And so my family and friends wanted to learn how to trade. I'm live on YouTube. My family and friends wanted to learn how to trade, and so I wanted to make sure that I gave them the manual that they could use to be able to trade and be successful, hopefully without incurring all the losses and everything that I did when I started. You guys see how calm I am, even though 9:30 just opened up, and that's from years and years of experience, not being impulsive. I'm waiting, waiting. I don't mind waiting. Okay. I don't mind waiting. I look for that 15-minute candle. Look for that 15-minute candle so I can get some directional bias. A lot of times I've lost money year after year after year because I was just so impulsive. So we wait here. Trading with the stars, we wait for that 15-minute candle to close to say, hey, I'm going up or I'm going down. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We're just giving that candle some time to form and let me know, are we going to go bullish or are we going to indeed sell from here? Because see, something can look strong. It can look like a strong candle. Okay. But then it's just going to wick out and turn into a dud and sell down. All right. But we need some confirmation because we're at this important zone here. We're at this important 4-hour zone. Okay. You guys see this zone? I showed it to you earlier when we were marking it up. We're at this important intersection here. And we need to know, are we breaking this? Are we breaking every chain right here on this 4-hour? Or are we going to buy up from here? Okay. So that's where we're at in the market and we don't know. So while we don't know, we wait. Okay. You don't have to take trades just because the market's open. Wait until you have clarity. Don't be impatient. Wait, wait, wait. Okay, so wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, let's wait and see how this 15-minute candle closes. This has been the biggest thing that helped me have directional bias in the market. We got 9 more minutes on this candle, guys. So let's see, how is it going to close? How are we going to close here? And we see our 2 balloons, our 2 circles. Are we going to break here with power? Or are we going to break down here? You guys see that break? That's a beautiful break. It looks beautiful, but don't let it fake you out, okay? This is a strong zone right here. Now look at this. I want to show you guys this. Do you guys see this? On the 4-hour, do y'all see this low is lower than this low? So that means we have divergence on the 4-hour. What? This could be a huge move up. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Let's wait for this candle to close, okay? That's why we wait. And while I'm waiting, I want to remind you guys that this video is only for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I never ever tell you what to do with your money. I can't do it. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I'm not making any recommendations. I'm only telling you what I'm doing, okay? And so this is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. If you are trading, only trade what you can afford to lose, okay? We're waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. And this is what I do on a day in and day out basis. Wait for my confirmations. If it's not clear, I'm simply not taking the trade, okay? Simply not taking it. So you guys can see I make my entries. I take my entries off of, I make my decisions off of the let's see here. We're live. I make my decisions off of the 15-minute, but I take my entries. I go down to the 5-minute. I go down to the 1 minute. Okay. And while we do this, I need to get my walking pad started. I done just been talking and I didn't even start walking yet. I also walk on my walking pad, so we're multitasking over here. So let me get that going. I started walking on the walking pad. I built this little workstation and it helps me to kill 2 birds at 1 stone because I'm able to walk and trade at the same time. Okay. So we got 5 minutes left on the 15-minute, and we still have really no directional bias. So you guys can see from the smaller time frames that we tried to go up, 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 and to see if we were going to be able to buy here, but we were not. Okay, so it looks like break, retest. Okay, continuation. Okay, that's what we should be looking for. But we're going to look and see if we actually get a break underneath this zone. Okay, so that's what I wait for. I'm not in a hurry. And that's the biggest thing I can tell you guys is don't be in a hurry. Don't be such in a hurry to lose your money. Okay. Everybody wants to, when can I start trading live? When can I start? Don't be in such a hurry. It's like your parents tell you, don't try to grow up too fast. Don't try to grow up too soon. Okay. It's the truth. You got plenty of time to grow up. The bills don't stop. Okay. That's what your parents tell you when you're a little kid. And it's the same thing. Okay, guys? The same thing. So you guys see what we are getting? Looks like we're getting a little bit of momentum towards the downside. But like I said, we wait. Here we wait. Trading with the stars, honey. I'm star filled. We're trading with the stars. And guess what? We are learning how to be patient, not impulsive. Okay. We waiting for our confirmation. You want to see this area get broken with what? With power. And what we'll do is we will get in. We'll draw a box around that break. And we'll get in on the retesting of the box. Okay. So if we close below this area here with power, this is what we're looking for, friends. If we close below this area with power, then we'll be looking to take a sell. Okay. If we close with power. So let's see. That's what it's looking like it's trying to do. We got 2 more minutes left on this 15-minute candle. And I want you guys to see something. Do you see how calm we are? Do you see how calm we are with this? Do y'all see it? Do y'all see we're not like, we're not. Because why do we need to be that way? We're just calm. We're patient. We're waiting for the market so we can make our best educated analysis based off of the information that we have in front of us. Okay. We want the market to show us which direction do you want to go right now. And it is showing us. Okay. So this is what it's looking like on the 5-minute. I'm going to go back to the 15-minute because that's the time frame that we trade on. Okay. So you guys see that? It went all the way up here. But ultimately, it did pop that balloon. All right. It popped the balloon. That pop is at 934. 934. So let's see what this let's see what we're going to get here. So we did break beneath, guys. So what I do after we get that specific measurement, I'll be looking for the market to come back up here and retest the 934. That's what I do. And that's how I make my money every day, or whenever the market gives me the opportunity to do so. Go down here to the 1 minute. We can see. I'm going to box this up. And that was my entry. I did not take it because it didn't give me enough points. Yeah. Let's see if we get one more retest. That was my entry, guys, when it came right here to the 937. But I was waiting for, what I wait for is for that candle to get engulfed to show me, and it did. And then by the time it did, my entry would have been here. But usually my take profit is right here. So that's the reason why I didn't take that trade. I'm going to see if we get one more opportunity to take it. Okay. But it is selling. Okay. It just didn't follow my rules because I like to have a little bit of a more space between here. That would have been 937. And I wanted this candle to get engulfed, which would have only really gave me 894 to, yeah. See, it wasn't, my profit margin wasn't large enough. So let's see what we get now. Mm-hmm. And this is my get your money out the box strategy, guys. It really is amazing. It's so simple, so easy. People can learn it no matter who you are. You can learn this strategy. Okay. Everyday people. It doesn't have to be all hard. Now, what I am going to do, guys, I think I'm just going to do it over here. I am going to go ahead and draw a fib on this 1 hour so we can see. how far price might go down. And we didn't even have a 38% retracement. So we have our TP at 47,609. Okay. 47,609. So let's see if we get another little pullback up here to test this area one more time, and then we'll get in on a sell. Okay. Let's see, guys. Okay. Let's see what we can see, friends. Let's see what we can see. Kind of scary because we still have what? Divergence on these different time frames, even though we're making lower lows. Huh. But the market did show us it wanted to sell. So let's see. Is the thrill gone? Is the thrill gone? So it's coming back up here to test the top of this box. Again, this break. I'm going to see what's going to happen here. See what it looks like on the 15 minutes. Yes, Lord. From the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. Yes, Lord. Completely, yes. My soul says yes. I'm sorry, guys. I sing and trade and walk all at the same time. Oh, man. But we're just looking at the market. Get ready to make our move. Our get your money out the box strategy. This was our break. The market did come up and give us our entry. But part of my strategy, guys, is I only trade. My first TP is the half. And because it was already basically there, I didn't really have any room to where I would have been able to take my first TP. So that wasn't an ideal trade for me. But it still was a profitable trade if you would have took it. But I just like to have a little bit more room between the break and the half, especially that you guys can see this bullish candle was almost all, this bearish candle was already that area where I would have been taking my profit. Okay. So that's where we're at. That's why that was a no-go for me today. Okay. No-go for me, but we'll see if we get another opportunity when it retest the trend line here. See, we'll get another opportunity when it comes up here to retest this, the back of this trend line. We can sell it down to back here. My soul says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, Lord. My soul says, yeah. Oh, yes, Lord. All right. So we are waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're live streaming. I'm excited to be live streaming. I usually do these videos, taking up all the storage space on my computer, never putting them out, but I'm just going to go live because I'm doing this every single morning anyway. So might as well do it and share it. Hopefully somebody can learn from it. Okay. Yes. Hopefully somebody can learn from it. We'll have our content out there. Won't keep hiding our content. Okay. Not sitting on our gifts, not sitting on our content, not sitting on what we're good at. No longer going to do that. Okay. So we are waiting again, guys, for another retest up here in this area someplace. Okay. And then we will be looking for the sell back down. My first TP will be this 859-ish area. Okay. And then second TP is the bottom of the box. All right. So we had a beautiful move. You guys can see it came right there and sold right back down. It did just that. Let's see what this 15-minute is giving us. $609 is the TP. So let's see. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see. Let us see what we're getting from here. Yep. This trade, I want to see it come back up a little bit higher and then retest this area. It has given us another retest, guys. It actually did. I still didn't take it because it's just not clear to me today. So I'm thinking that it's going to come up a little bit higher before it comes down. And what I don't want to do is get caught up in a buy, because I still see all this divergence on a smaller time frame, and we're still very much so in that zone. Okay. So what I'm looking for is for it to possibly buy up a little bit higher and then come back down and sell. But we'll see. Either way, no trade for me yet today. But I am looking for a sell, and my TP is at 47,609. Just trying to get the right entry. Okay. Our first entry, like I said, was here based off of our strategy. And that first TP, I would have took it here. You could have took it at the bottom of the box there. But it didn't follow all my rules. That's the reason I didn't take it, because this candle here, even though it's a beautiful engulfing candle, it didn't give me much room to get to that first TP. And sometimes I would get a little anxious waiting for it to get to the bottom of the box. Okay. If you guys are new or just popping in, I'm Staar Fields. I am an autism mommy. I always love to tell everybody that. And I'm always trying to learn new skills that can help me be able to provide a beautiful quality of life for my son, Gaby Baby. He's 18 years old, nonverbal, has severe autism. So I'm always trying to learn a new skill, improve myself, so I can help him have the best possible quality of life. And one of the things that we picked up about 5 years ago is trading. And of course, after losing a lot of money, thousands of dollars, I never quit, guys. I never quit. I was determined I was going to learn this skill, and I have learned it. I've went from unprofitable to profitable, learned how to wait, learned how to have patience. And guess what? I even wrote a book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People, because I wanted to learn how to teach the information in a way that wouldn't be so confusing to people. And I wanted to teach my family and my friends, especially other autism moms like me, moms of children that have severe disabilities, how they can learn a new skill and have an extra stream of income coming into their household. So that's my heart's desire, is to be able to help people. And I love doing this. I'm Staar. And so I always say, you're trading with the stars. Okay. And that's what you guys are going to be doing, trading with the stars. One of the main things I've learned is I've learned about myself, and I've learned patience, and I've learned discipline. And so I learned you don't have to take every setup. Okay. So if it don't look right to you, then don't take it. All right. So today, even though the trade was a successful trade, it didn't give me enough wiggle room to where I felt comfortable getting in. So I didn't take this one. However, we are going to wait for a little bit of a retracement higher to see if we can catch the sell back down. One strategy is get the money out of the box strategy, but there's so many different entry strategies. But the strategy that has taken me from being unprofitable to profitable is get your money out the box. It's just simple. Wait for the break. Draw your box around your break area to the bottom. And I'm telling you, it works daily. Okay. It works daily. I think it's covered in chapter 22 or 23 in the book. Okay. So yeah, that Get your money out the box. It's covered in our book, guys. And I'm really proud of the book because the book is a guide, able to tell people, go to this page, let's look at this together. And in our course, we're able to do that, and it feels really, really good. So, all right. So a couple of things that I want to teach you guys about the box while we're on here is the box. Not only does it show you where price broke, okay, but it also serves as internal support and resistance lines. So you guys can kind of see that the top of the box serves as resistance. The middle of the box serves as a support that can turn into resistance if it breaks, okay? And you guys can kind of see it also identifies a lot of consolidation in between that area. So the box is used for so many different things. This is one of my favorite tools out of all these tools over here from our toolbox. But I love being able to draw the box. I love the box. I love the circles too, but the box is probably my favorite because I loved being able to get my money out the box, okay? Every day. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you don't know how to draw the box, or if you don't know where to get the box, it's over here under geometric shapes and it says rectangle. Okay. Some people are brand new, so they don't even know where this stuff is. I know when I was brand new, this is the type of stuff that used to frustrate me. I don't know where the box is. When you first look at this, it probably will have a brush there. So it'll probably look like that. Okay. And this is geometric shapes. I'm telling you guys this just because this is the most frustrating thing, just trying to learn how to use these different platforms and you don't know where anything is at. That's what makes you feel like a failure. And then on top of that, you lose money. And you're like, I'm losing money because I don't know where nothing is. Okay. So this is geometric shapes. You click on that and you guys can see all of the tools that you have. You have a highlighter, a brush, an arrow, marker. You have this arrow. You have an up and down arrow. You have your rectangle. This is our box. And then this is our circle. This is what we use to pop the balloon. Okay. So all different shapes, different geometric shapes. Okay. So what are we looking for, family? What are we looking for? On our 15-minute, we're looking for, so see, now we can draw. Oh, all right, 15 minutes, you guys see that beautiful continuation that we're getting? Okay. Getting that beautiful continuation. If we get one more buy up, that'll be great. Our TP is the 647,609. So let's see if we get one more buy up before we hit TP, and that'll be the entry that we take, okay? I like to take the first entry because it's more quick and direct. But we'll see if we can get in on the next one. Okay, we're getting a little bit of bullish. Getting a little bit of bullish momentum on that smaller time frame. You guys see that? That's what we were waiting for. Don't want to get caught up in that move. You guys can see we're getting a little bit of bullish momentum here. All right. We have been live streaming now for about 45 minutes? An hour we've been live streaming. Wow. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of bullish momentum here, guys. We want to see if we're going to get the sell continuation or if we're going to go ahead and get that buy up to test these higher areas up here. So, and then get the sell down. That's what we're looking for. I haven't taken an entry because it didn't meet my criteria if you're just joining. However, we are still looking. I'm on the walking pad for 100 minutes. So I'll be coming on every morning while I trade and analyze for at least 100 minutes. We'll work out together, analyze the market together, and make money together. Okay. So for 100 minutes a day, the consistency will be amazing. My thighs are already looking better. Okay. So let's see. Let us see. No reversal yet in that smaller time frame. Let's get back over there. You guys see it. You're seeing it firsthand. You're seeing it firsthand. All righty. All righty, guys. We're just watching the market, seeing what we're doing over here, watching this market move on this beautiful Tuesday. It's dropping. We have TP at the 47,609. What we were waiting for to see is if it was going to give us another entry on our 15-minute time frame. And while we're watching the market, waiting to see if it's going to give us an entry, I'm walking on my walking pad for 100 minutes, okay? And just the consistency between walking and trading is so amazing for clarity, you guys. Instead of just sitting in the bed or sitting in your office, trading is awesome to be able to be up and moving, get your body moving 100 minutes a day. I'm going to trade anyway, so I love that I can walk and trade at the same time. So this walking pad has been one of the best investments, less than $100. But that brings me so much joy in the morning to be able to get up here and walk. You guys see this beautiful sell. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful sell. I wish I would have caught that entry, but I did not. But I'm so glad I followed my rules. There's going to be moves all the time, but be happy and proud of yourself when you follow your rules, okay? That's the best victory, when you follow your rules. Not the money, but following your rules. That's the best thing. Okay, so we're getting some more bullish momentum here. Let's see what we're doing. Are we forming another lower high? Or are we get ready to break structure for a little mini retracement back up? That's what you have to ask yourself every single time when you see these little lower highs being formed. Is it just going to be a lower high, or is it going to be a break of structure for the retracement back up? And you can see those from the smaller time frames. Okay. Hello. Uh-huh. Hi. All right, guys. Still looking at the markets. We've been on here for an hour and 25 minutes. I'm still walking on the walking pad, okay? Been doing that for 57 minutes. So you guys see we're getting a little bit of bullish momentum forming on the 1 minute time frame. What we were looking at is if we get some type of breakup structure to the upside and then the sell back down. Did we already hit TP? Did we do that while my phone rang? Not yet. We haven't hit it yet. Okay. So let's look and see what we're going to get, family. Let's look and see what we are going to get. Still no trade for me. Still walking, still waiting patiently. All right. All right, guys. So, as you can see, we are getting a little bit of bullish reaction here in this area. And what I'm looking for, I'm looking to see if we're going to break the structure on the 1 minute for the buy to give us the 15-minute retracement that we need to get that sell back down. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I have you guys just on mute, but I'm still here. You can still see my screen. And if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and put them in the chat. Okay. And I'll try my very best to answer your questions that you have. And while you're popping through this live stream today, don't forget to like, okay, and share it with your friends. Maybe this information will help them on their trading journey as well. I'm Star Fields, and you're trading with the stars. Stay tuned, and we'll see what we're going to get here. If we're going to get this breaker structure for the buy up, or if we're going to get the sell continuation for the sell down. Our TP, remember, is 47,609. That's the target that we're looking forward to getting hit. All right, friends, do you guys see what we're getting here? I drew a 15-minute trend line, and we are getting a little bit of bullish reaction here in this zone. If we do break the high here, I am going to look for it to come back up and retest this break of structure line that we had on this 15-minute, and then give us the drop, okay? So this is not our get your money out the box strategy. This is a different strategy. Nevertheless, you can still get your money. So that's what we're looking for on today. We're looking to see the market break here and climb on up a little higher, climb on up a little bit higher, and be able to get in for that sell continuation down. We are looking for that sell down. TP 47609 is our target, okay? And I'm Staar Fields, and thank you so much for joining us today. If you're just tuning in, I'm Staar, and you're trading with the stars. And I've been trading for about 5 years. And over the last few months, guys, I've went from unprofitable to profitable and just wrote my first book, this manual called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. It's available on Amazon. And these are the strategies that I wish I would have had 5 years ago that would have saved me so much time, so much frustration, and helped me not to lose as much money. If you're tired of losing money, I'm going to tell you guys, find a strategy and stick with it. That's the key thing. Find one strategy and stick with it. And that's what I did with my get your money out the box strategy. I stuck with that strategy, that one strategy, and it took me from being unprofitable to profitable in months. It did something that I had been trying to do for years in a matter of weeks, days, and months. And I'm so excited now. It's such an empowering feeling to be able to get up in the morning and know that we have the ability to get wealth, like God says. That He's already given us the ability to get wealth, right? But we can get up in the morning and use a skill that we've learned, that God has given us, God allowed us to learn, and to be able to make a profit for our family. So hope and pray that you guys are ready for a profit. Hope you're ready for this to be the best year of your life. And with all that being said, remember, this video is just for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not advising you to do anything. This is only what I'm doing, okay? Only what I'm doing, not giving financial advice, just educational purposes only. All right. I'm going to put you guys back on mute. We're going to wait to see if we do get this breakout here on that 1 minute time frame. That's what we're looking for so that we can buy it. The market can buy back up. But what we're trying to do is we want to catch the sell back down. TP 47609 is our target. All right. So we're waiting for our little bit of a better entry so we can catch that move down. All right. You guys sit tight. We've been on a walking pad for approximately 495 calories worth, okay? 496 calories worth, 3.8 miles, 86 minutes, guys. This is what I love to do. I love to start my morning off like this. Now we've actually gone 4.3 miles. I think our speed is 3.8. I try to start with my speed slow, but because I truly enjoy what I'm doing, I think my legs probably are getting stronger. They want to move a little bit faster. So I end up finding that the speed keeps increasing day by day. But I don't want the speed to go too high because I need to be able to move my mouse and all that good stuff and trade while I'm on here. Okay. So anyway, let's look and see what we're getting on the 1 minute now. We've been on here live for almost 2 hours, guys. It's been a great first live. Had some great people come through. Make sure you drop a comment in the chat. And if you're just tuning in, I'm Staar. I'm a market analyst. Been trading for over 5 years now. And well, it's almost 5 years in May. And I've recently gone from unprofitable to profitable. Recently wrote a book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. That's available on Amazon. And I'm just sharing my journey with you guys of how I am learning a new skill, being able to transfer that skill and be able to make extra money for my family. If you guys see my son, he'll come in here in just a sec. He has severe autism. So we always say he may have autism, but autism ain't got him. All right. So with that being said, always learning new skills so that we can be the best for the people that we love. Okay. So let's look at this market. So we have broke down here to the 667. You guys see I did draw a fib on it. Drew the fib from the lower high to the lower low. Okay. And now we're getting that retracement back up. Let's see how high up we're going to get. All right. See how high up we're going to get. And then we'll be looking to take this sell down to that 47,609. 47,609 is our TP. Okay. So that's what we're looking for now, friends. We're looking for the 47,609. All right. We haven't entered yet. So we were waiting for this bullish break of structure on the lower time frame. This is the place that would trip me out every single time. I would get so frustrated because I knew we'd be in a sell. The market would come down and touch, then retrace, then come down and touch. And I'm like, okay, let's get ready to go lower. But then instead of it going lower, it comes up here for a buy and then goes lower. Okay, so that's what I was waiting on that buy. And let's see how high this buy will go before we turn around and go lower. Okay, so we did break structure on the 1 minute finally for the buy. And that structural break. So you guys are going to learn here. So get ready to learn. On the 1 minute, this was our lower low. And because this was our lower low, this became our lower high right here. And you guys can see that area got broken with this big green candle here on the 1 minute. Okay. So you guys see that this was our lower low. This became our last lower high right here. And that market did break above there. Okay. So now we're still climbing higher. That's on the 1 minute. So what I'll do is I will draw up a fib on the 1 minute to see possibly how high this market can go. And then when I see the finishing of that 1 minute fib, I will I will be looking for a sell entry there once it breaks the trend line, and we'll look to sell it back down. Our target can be either, first target will be here at the 667, and our second target, of course, can be here at the 498. But you guys remember I said 47,609. That's our 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour TP. Okay. So that's where we're at. We've been walking for 92 minutes. And we're looking to see how we're going to get this entry. All right. This right here has blown a mini of a count. Okay. Blown a mini of a count. Now, this is where we had our 15-minute break of structure earlier. You guys see, we popped the balloon there, sold down. All right. And so now what we're doing is we're looking to see if we're going to have any reaction here at this level for the retest, or if we're going to go up here to this 49,132. But what I want to say about that 49, let's see here. This area right here is really important, because if it breaks there, then it's breaking structure for the hour. And that would mean that we're no longer in a sell, okay, that we're in a buy now. So we have to pay attention, wait for our confirmations, okay. This is 50%. Here is 62%. Okay. We're pushing, guys. .8 speed, 94 minutes on the walking pad, 4.8 miles, 553 calories, still 5 minutes left on the walking pad. So we're having a great walking day. This is how you can just be consistently yourself and be successful at being you, okay? Try that. Just be consistently yourself and be successful at being you. It's a wonderful thing. You don't have to try to be anybody else. Just be you. Just be you, and you can be successful. Find things that make you happy, and then you can be successful, okay? So I like to walk in the morning while I trade. And just because I'm being consistently myself, being myself is successful. That waist is going down. Those legs are getting toned, okay? And it's effortless because I'm doing what I love to do, which is trade. I'm here walking, and at the same time, every single morning, we're burning between 500 to 650 calories, depending on how fast or slow I walk, okay? So this is my little routine that works for me. And the most important thing for everybody to do is find something that works for you. May not be the same thing that works for me, but find something that works for you. So 96 minutes on the walking pad. Our market is at the 62% retracement. So we want to see how we're going to react here. It's also at this 15-minute trend line. So I want to see, are we going to keep climbing higher? Or are we going to get that break? Because I'm looking overall, guys, for that sell down. Remember that, okay? Looking for that sell down. The thing that I don't want to do is what? Get in too soon. So we've got a couple of stopping points here. We've got this high here, have the 170. And then we have this high here. Now, if this high gets taken out, then we are indeed what we are buying, okay? If this high gets taken out. So we have to be very mindful of where we're at in market structure. I'm going to go down to the 10-minute to see if it gives us more details. 10-minute. This is really important because this right here on the 170-ish is our last high. So we want to make sure that we look at price around here. It should not break here. If it does break here, then that means we're breaking structure for the buy on that 10-minute time frame. So you guys want to be very mindful of that. And then, of course, on the 15-minute time frame, that structural point is right here. And that's also the same structural point as the hour. So be mindful of that, guys. Know where you're at. On the 1 minute, we have broken structure for the buy, okay? I showed you guys where we broke at. And it's still climbing. And we haven't gotten any pullbacks besides right here. And this wasn't the break. Okay? This was 850. That wasn't the break. The break was here. I'll go ahead and put a line there so we can know where the break was on the 1 minute. So when we retrace and we sell back down, this would be our first stopping point. Okay. This was our breaker structure on the 1 minute. If you want to get the colors and everything that I use, you guys can pick up my book, Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. It gives you all the colors that we use so that you can follow along with us. This was our break on that 1 minute. So when the market indeed does get ready to have a retracement and come back down, this is where we'll be looking for it to come to here. Okay, and we are getting that pullback, guys, at that negatives. Okay, we're getting a pullback. So this is 881. So let's see what we're going to get here. Walking pad has stopped. Okay, let's see what we're going to get here in this area. And this is going to determine if we take it down for a sell. Okay. We got here almost to the 70%. So let's see if we're going to keep buying up or if we're going to go ahead and get this sell back down. All right, guys, you see what I'm seeing here? If this makes a higher high here on the 1 minute, this will become our lower high. And then when that area gets broken, we can get in for a sell. Okay, this is on our 1 minute time frame. This is our 70% retracement right here. Let's see how high we're going to get. All right, let's see what we're going to get, friends. All right, it's 11:23. Let's see if we're going to get this sell down. You guys see that? %70 retracement. So we want to see what's going to happen here at this 174. That's what we want to see. Are we going to get some wick exhaustion fizzling out, or are we going to have a buy continuation there? So that's what we're looking for. This is what it looks like on the 15-minute. Look how beautiful that move is, guys. Look at it. This moves like this when you think it's going to sell and it buys up aggressively, that take all your money and make you blow your account. Yeah. So on our 1 minute time frame, this is our higher high, our higher low, and this is our higher high now. This new higher low is the low that would have to be broken in order for us to be in a sell. Okay. And this is on the 1 minute time frame. If we do sell down on the 1 minute time frame, when we sell down on the 1 minute time frame, we're going to be looking for TP to be 881. That's where that breaker structure was on the 1 minute. So we're making a retracement here. If we buy up higher than here, then this point will turn into our new higher low. Okay. So we're just going to see how this closes. Right now, that's the balloon that's got to get popped. Okay. Now, if this candle goes up higher than here, then this will be our lower low. It'll move. If it respects this trend line, you guys can see I've got this trend line here. So let's see what happens. To right the unrightable wrong. You guys see, we're just following the structure. We're expecting a sell, expecting a sell. However, this was our minor structure retracement, okay? Our minor structure retracement, which ended up being a buy up, okay? Ended up being a buy up. So if this makes a higher high, if it makes a higher high, then this will be our higher low structural point that would need to be broken, okay? But it has to make a higher high. I'm just drawing the circle there just in case. You guys can see we're at the 70.5 retracement. Now, let me tell you guys something. Remember, this is a very critical point here. That's the 162-ish. That means we would be in a buy on a 10-minute, which is, it's kind of close to the 15-minute. See, it's kind of pushing it in. Mm-hmm. I'm still live. And we are looking to get ready to take a trade, a sell on US 30. We're take a trade, a sell on this US 30. When it breaks pops this balloon here. Okay, when we pop the balloon, 1, 2, 3, yeah. We're seeing what's what, okay? Mm, mm, mm. But we're waiting for our confirmations, okay? Look at that, guys. Look at that. Do you guys see what I see? Do you see what I see? Okay, do y'all see it? All right, so this is our zone. When this zone gets broken, we're about to sell this thing down. You guys see this? Alrighty, guys, we've been on here live trading today. My very first time going live trading. Me and my mom usually go cooking. Aw, Pastor Deb, good morning, Star. You're enjoying our live. Have a winning day. You have a winning day too. We will be praying for your father. God bless you. I know that's right. Praying for your father, galloping in the spirit. God is good, 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 good. Popped up in the algorithm today. So we've been on here trading for 2 hours and almost 30 minutes. I am going to be looking for a sell. I don't even usually trade this late in the day, but that doesn't mean that the move hasn't happened yet, though. It's just happening a little bit later than what I would have anticipated. Our original move did happen. We just didn't take it because it wasn't enough points. But this is plenty of points. Plenty good room. Yeah. Plenty good room. Plenty good room in my father's kingdom. There's plenty good room on this one, okay? We can make us a nice little profit. So, plenty good room. Plenty good room. Just choose your seat and sit down, okay? Oh, God, this one's got plenty good room. All right. So we can make up a nice profit from 48,017 to 47,881. That's a good little drop there. And then that would be our first stop. And then our next stop would be down here, guys, way down here. Okay. So let's see what we can get. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what we're getting. We got a 76.4 retracement right to the T. Let's see if we're going to get on up or if we're going to break from here. Are we breaking from here? Still in love. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to get. And then after that, guys, I am going to call it a day. It's been a fun day, fun morning. Can we see this when I share that? Can you guys see that? No, you guys can only see. Y'all can't see my Hanko trade. Okay. Y'all can only see my trading view. Okay, that's fine. I like that. Still in love. Oh, can't sing no Luther. I want to get copywritten. Okay. All right. So we are looking for a sell down, friends. Looking for a sell down. Let's see what we're going to get. We'll just sit here. Hold tight. Let's see what we're going to get. It's 11:51, guys. This could be a no trade day because it still hasn't given us the cell entry yet, but we are forming new structure. So you guys see that I moved the pink line up here. That was our last higher low. Okay. And now this is our higher high and this is our higher low. So now we're waiting for this area to be broken before we would enter in any type of cell structure. At least on the 1 minute, we need a structural shift. Okay. Thank you guys so much for trading with me today. It's been a great first trading day on here. And I hope and pray you guys come back. We are going to be running it up together. This is for educational purposes only. So hopefully you can learn something from here. I am not giving any financial advice, but I am just showing you guys what I'm doing that works for me. All right. So I hope you guys had a great trading day with me. I'm Staar Fields, and you've been doing what? Trading with the stars. See you tomorrow.